Hey there! Welcome back to Storyscape. Today we're diving into a topic that's as old as time itself. Cheating. Yep, you heard that right. We're going to unravel a few jaw-dropping stories that will make you question everything. But before we get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our juicy content. Let's get right into it.
My friend's ex-girlfriend leaks his nudes after she cheated on him twice, but he gets punished instead of her. My friend got excluded not that long ago, and I think it's time to expose the injustice. I used to have a friend from Wales, but moved here to the West Midlands in England. Before the summer of 2023, he went out with this girl, who he had liked for a while. It seemed, well, until after the summer holidays, he was constantly taken out of class, and often suspended and eventually excluded. I eventually found what happened to him. During the summer holidays, he went to America and places such as New York and similar. But back at home, his girlfriend, who was 14, same age as him, kept complaining through text that she wasn't getting enough attention. And he found out she went out with other boys during his trip to the United States and had twice. And one of the times, it was with two guys at once. When he came back, he forgave her and decided to move on. Until one day, she kept begging him through Snapchat to see his penis pics. He claimed that she wouldn't leave him alone. Eventually, he gave in and sent one. To be honest, he could have just blocked her, but that's not the point. A few minutes later, some guy sent him the same picture, meaning his girlfriend leaked his nudes to multiple people. It was reported to the school, and he was punished through suspensions and internal exclusion. He was also forced to sign a contract stating that he wasn't allowed to go near her or speak to her or any of her friends. But she was allowed to speak to his friends because she claimed that he was popular, even though he really wasn't. She was also given privileges, such as being able to leave lesson 5 minutes earlier than anyone else, in case she accidentally bumped into him. The thing is, she still leaves 5 minutes early, even though he isn't in the school anymore and hasn't been for a while now. He was constantly making suicide jokes, but in a serious tone, and hated himself after that. Not only that, his reputation amongst the teachers was ruined. He was eventually excluded for an unrelated reason. I often see her around school, and she always has a bratty little smirk on her face, and she acts like it never happened. The thing is that there is a video of her having underage, so which he has saved, but he didn't share it to anyone, and also won't show anyone, even after what she did to him. The poor guy's school life was ruined, while she is treated like a princess, even though she was in the wrong. I genuinely hope that something like that happens to her so she can get a taste of her own medicine. Should I ask for that so I can report her to the police and use it as evidence against her for having uterine, or should I just forget about it altogether?
Wow, that's insane. What do you think about that one? You better stay till the end because the stories only get crazier.
I made out with my cousin-in-law, and I don't know what to do. This is my first post like this, so just ask if you feel I left some stuff out. I'm 17M, and my cousin, let's call her Rose, is also 17F. To give a backstory of how she's related, pretty much to start off with, I'm adopted, and so my dad now has a sister, who has a cousin who had Rose. My aunt's cousin and her husband divorced, but my aunt married her husband, which kind of makes her like my second cousin-in-law. I guess I'm not too sure, but for years we've kinda been flirty, but nothing more than that. But her dad has never trusted her with anything, and whenever we're all at the family function, her dad and my dad would always be talking quietly, looking at me, then looking at her. Needless to say, her dad has never trusted me either, though I've never given a reason to be suspicious. So anyway, this past weekend I came to see my dad's parents for a weekend, and they were hosting a church movie night, and we sat together. We were texting back and forth the whole time, getting flirtier as time passed, and eventually when the movie was over, we went outside and it was cold, so she got in my car while waiting for her ride, and we just kind of looked at each other, and she said it was now or never. So I looked around. I don't have tinted windows. Then I said now. Then she pulled me in, and we started making out. We stopped when I saw my GPA coming out the church, and she got out the car, but then we called pretty much all night. I'm not sure what to do, cause I don't know what to do about what happened. It can't be taken back, but what can I do about it?
And finally, we'll wrap things up with a tale of love, betrayal, and, you guessed it, cheating. Because let's face it, Affairs of the heart can be just as scandalous as anything else. Get ready to hear about a love triangle that ended in tears and broken promises.
I made a fake account and talked to my crush. Once it was me and my best friend having a casual conversation after class. I don't why, but my friend got this brilliant idea creating an account on Instagram and start talking to someone in class. So knowing that my crush is the only one who's going to accept our request on the app, we sent him one. And just some minutes after, he sent a message saying hi, so we started talking as I was a girl living in another city and that I'm just trying to find new friends. BW, don't get me wrong, I'm not insecure to talk to him or anything, it was just for fun. So, a while passed and we were still talking to each other and OFC he didn't know it was actually me, till the day he asked me to be his girlfriend and have a long-term relationship. I hesitated at first, but my good friend convinced me to accept saying that it's gonna be funnier. It was never funny, it was actually complete cringe. I accepted, and him and this girl that we created, that was me, started dating. So at that time, I had to know a lot of things about him, which made my crush or love to him fade away with time. For example, lack of self-confidence, cringy, doesn't know how to talk to a girl. And also a lot of red flags, because he's my classmate, so I could see how he would act in front of girl and how does he talk to them. And honestly, it was not giving. I'm not single anymore. So 2 or 3 months passed, and I didn't even know why I didn't stop this thing. And also I started to doubt if he knows that it's me or not, because he started looking at me more frequently, also texting me and stuff, so I was a little worried. Another week passed, and I was so over it, finally. So I stopped talking to him and then sent him a message telling him that I don't want this anymore. Go F yourself. Well, I didn't say that, but let me give you a little sneak peek of the conversation. Him. I want to tell you something. Me. Oh, me too, him. You can start first. I think I already know what you want to say, so... You want us to break up? Fine. Really? I just wanted to say that I can't move to your city anymore and I didn't want to hurt by saying it. I felt bad, but I didn't want to stop. Well, I think it doesn't matter anymore, right? But why? Did I ever do something to you? No, I just got bored and I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, fine, bye. So this was my last conversation with him with the fake account. By the way, I used to post photos on it that I found on Pinterest. Oh, and if you're wondering why was he gonna move at the same city? So he likes football and he tried to get into one of the national clubs in the city that girl is in. So if you think it's the end, you're totally wrong. Once we were in the science class and basically I was sitting in the last table, me and my friend, the same friend from before, and my crush's friend, like best friend, was in front of us sitting alone. He simply turned to face me and said, "You are the name of the girl from fake account that my crush was talking to," not knowing that it was me. OMG, I hope you got it. I looked at him and turned to see my friend's face. She knew, and all of them knew, that it was me. So basically, my friend had a crush this guy, and he was known that he's really good at jacking Instagram accounts, so he hacked my friend's account to just know if she really likes him or not. But while reading the messages, he saw all the screenshots I was sending to my friend of the conversation of me and his friend, and he concluded that I was that girl and it was a fake account. So he goes up to my crush. OMG, I hate calling him my crush now, but it's okay just for the sake of the story. After that, he talked to my friend and threatened her to do random things to him so he won't say to me that he knows. She was scared because I said once that I was going to change the school if he knew. And basically, she never told me that she knew. And OFC, I got mad. And that MF that my friend had a crush on sent our gossips to every single girl saying that he's getting good deeds by telling them. And OFC, he sent just the moments when we were mad at these girls. And just before the last day of school when we should have went BC, we had last year presentations and we had to met them. And he also texted her telling her to stop thinking about him and fantasizing in her head stupid things because he will never like her. And finally, if you're wondering about me and my crush, how did it end? Well, I said sorry and he said, "I don't want sorries, I want you." Actually, he said it in a more inappropriate way. He didn't talk about me, but about my butt. And after, he said that I blocked him and stopped talking to him and I don't want to talk to him. So, what are your comments on this story? It's fine if you say I'm the bad guy BC, I know anyway. That was too long. Bye.
So there you have it, folks. 3 stories that prove cheating isn't just a game, it's a way of life for some people. But hey, don't worry. We're just here to spill the tea. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, stay curious.